What's happening, water signs? This is your girl Venus Archangel here with another love reading for you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in, guys. This is your girl. If you're unsure of your placements, go ahead and check the description box below. Also, guys, please remember that these readings may not resonate with everybody, and that is fine. Let's see what's happening. Whoa, what? Ooh, what is happening here? Water signs. What's popping? Interesting. Wow, your underlying energy is even the Page of Pentacles. Underneath that is the Three of Cups. Why is the Three of Cups underneath there? Because of the Six of Swords. Okay. Six of Swords indicates moving forward, moving on. I think you guys may have gone through some serious transitions recently. Because Six of Swords can be very sad, you know, because you are leaving something very familiar. You are leaving something behind that you're very well used to, but it doesn't serve you anymore. The devil, pretty much, you know what I mean? At one period of time, there was a circumstance or a pattern or some things that have been going on within your relationship dynamics that may not have been that healthy, that may not have been beneficial towards you in your growth, or whatever you're trying to manifest into your life. It has been standing in the way, and you released that. You found your power, and you've moved forward from that. Doesn't mean it makes it easy, but it's done. It's been done already. But then you also have here the Three of Cups. So you may have reconnected with somebody from the past, or you may have, you know, started to, you know, surround yourself with people that truly support you, that truly connect with your energy in a very platonic way, more so than anything, but most importantly, that have, you know, have your back, truly give you the support, really connecting with friends and family. But then you have this Page of Pentacles here. It's like you're looking through, you're looking at every relationship, or you're looking at every situation you've been in and assessing the value of it. The Page of Pentacles, you've gotten an offer and you're now looking at the value of that. You're reassessing the value of your own, of what you feel is valuable to you, relationships in general. It's interesting here because the challenge of your reading here is the Six of Wands. It's being recognized, being seen. It's being proud of your actions. And I don't think that you are not proud of your actions. It's just feeling like you did the right thing, right? I think there's a lot of, I get a lot of people that, you know, come to me, you know, asking their questions, right? And the biggest thing is that, am I making the right decision with doing whatever I needed to do? Was I making the right decision by being strong and leaving a situation I didn't feel was healthy for me? And the answer to that question is I cannot answer that for you. I cannot tell you that you made the right decision. And unfortunately, right, the whole world will have their own opinion of what is correct, what's right, and what's wrong. But the beautiful thing is, and the best thing about even that answer is that it means nothing to anyone but you what you do. What does that mean? Even the way I said it will sound like, wow, you just don't even give a crap. No. Listen. Because we live in a world where everyone has to object and present their opinions all the time. It's a consistent thing. Like no matter what content you create, even if it's from the heart, you always have people that think you could do it better, or think that's garbage, or think that you know, that's the best thing in the world. But the thing here is that if it comes from you, and if you feel like it has value, and if you feel like this is something that you are really happy about putting out there, or doing, or, you know, taking action about, then that's okay. That's actually better than seeing if it's the right decision morally or overall, considering the society that we live in today. Because nobody is living your life but you. And how you live your life will determine whether or not the decision you made today was the right decision for you. But at the same time, right, why does it matter if it's the right or wrong decision? You can fix it. You can always, you know, readjust and, you know, you know, twist it and, you know, bend it and whatever you need to do to get things to the way you want them to be. But what's interesting is what's crossing the six of wands here is the 7 of swords. Now, it could be that you don't know if you made the right decision taking a risk on something or doing something that really had no security whatsoever. That didn't really have any sort of guarantee. This is sneaky energy, sure, but there's no cards that indicate lying. So I feel like this is more so like taking a risk, taking a step out of your in a very, very uncomfortable way, doing something that you feel and you know it's not necessarily your cup of tea, one, or, well, no, going outside of your comfort zone because you feel that's the way you should be doing things. It's hard to do this sometimes, but you take this risk, and it's like the question of the matter is, was it worth the risk, or was this something that I will regret later? And I don't think that's the case. And the reason why I'm even going with regret is because of this 2 of swords in the present. The 2 of swords in the present, to me, is like, it's never the decision making itself that's the problem, because I feel like if you take off that blindfold, see what's actually going on, you'll know exactly what you need to do. It's the execution of it. 2 of wands is very similar, but it's about picking a path, because there's an infinite amount of possibilities. The only possibility that you can't utilize anymore is forward. But the 2 of swords, to me, it's keeping the balance, keeping the situation stable, keeping it, you know, the way it is. And it's hard to kind of make a decision about something that you can't see. It's hard to go ahead and take control of something that you can't see or feel the need to take control of, because you feel like you got everything balanced. This is like a very, you know, a denial card in the first place, in a sense, because you're denying the situation ahead of you. And it's not because you wanted to, you don't want to just deny it because for the sake of denying it. There's a reason why. There's a reason, because it's difficult. It's hard. It's not easy. And what you feel that you're led to do is something that is completely uneasy. But it may even set you free. That's the thing. This may set you free truly in your mind, because this is physical, this is emotional, this is spiritual here, the devil. You're trapped mentally, spiritually, and physically by your own perceptions of what is in your control and what isn't. And then you have here that it goes back to just mental now. What do you feel that you can't do? What do you feel like you should do? What do you feel like, why do you feel like you have to do or should do anything? And if it's not in your best interest at heart, if you don't feel like it's in your best interest at heart, why are you doing it? Or why aren't you doing it if it is for the best interest? Because the 7 of swords, he may not be stealing because he thinks it's cool. He may be doing it because he has people to feed. He may be doing this because he needs this for, you know, for something regarding family. Maybe there's a war going on in his thing and he doesn't have enough money to buy all those swords that he's taking. So you don't really know the background story for why people do the things that they do. And that's the thing, right? Nobody here, especially not at Venus Archangel Tarot, nobody here is going to judge you. So whatever is keeping you guys from being able to make the decision you feel is the best for you, of course, one is your business, but at the same time, it has to be kind of looked at a little closer, because at this moment, it's keeping things from progressing. And it's this right or wrong kind of feeling, that this black and white thing, nothing is really ever black and white. That's what's keeping you guys from being able to take the necessary steps to get to where you need to be. Let's closely looking at something, this, you know, this tedious and undesirable work being done, but it's towards some benefit. The Page of Pentacles always goes towards some sort of benefit. It may not be the best thing ever when you're doing it, but it always goes to something better. And I feel like with this Page of Pentacles, right, it's like you don't know whether or not to take this risk with a relationship because of how things have always been with your past relationships. Maybe you've had somebody that was super controlling, somebody that was, you know, you always had to take care of, and you're codependent of. You don't necessarily know if you're going to get into something like that again. You don't know if it's the right decision for you, even if the person shows up, you know, and is supportive and has been supportive from day you die. You don't know if they'll change. But that's the thing, right? You have to take things at face value. That's what this Page of Pentacles kid is doing here. Taking this coin at face value. instead of allowing his mind to kind of keep him from making decisions with facts, real facts. And especially if you like this individual and it's someone that you feel connected to, there's what is really keeping you from really wanting to go after that? Give it a chance, because you always have a choice about what you do. You always have an avenue. If it don't work out, then he or she needs to just hit the road, or you just say, you know what, this isn't for me. This is not what I was thinking it would go. That's okay. You're not mad. You're not upset. You just didn't expect how it was, how it's going to be. It's acceptable to be disappointed, but also understand this is not the end game. Because in your future, you have the Page of Cups. It's expression of emotion, communication, or message of how someone feels. But this is also the heart's desire. So whatever is, whatever this risk is, whatever this risk that needs to be taken, or whatever this avoidance is altogether, of taking on action that you feel would be beneficial towards you, is really something that you really want to do. Or maybe something that you truly, like, it's close to your heart's desire, if not exactly. This avoidance here is blocking this Page of Cups. There's a risk that needs to be taken, but until then, it's not necessarily being handled face to face. For some people, this may be, and I don't know if there's a lot of cross-watchers that watch these videos, but this could be that there's somebody that's proud of ghosting. Proud of their toxic behavior perhaps in the past, but now they're not sure whether or not what they've done is acceptable. They're not sure if what they've done was the right thing that they needed to do, and perhaps the Page of Cups is coming through as an apology, someone expressing their emotions, how they felt. Or maybe this is this is somebody's done this to you, and you don't know whether or not, because they're back in the picture, you don't know whether or not you should express how you feel or not about what they've done, about how they handle something. Where you felt like you didn't have an option, or you didn't get a chance to say anything. Maybe this is the situation where you're like, I don't know whether to say something to this person or not, and maybe the situation is that you should or you shouldn't, whatever you feel like you need to do. But the world is showing up as your goal, aim, ambition. So this is talking about a situation coming to a close, but in a good way, a successful completion, leaving a situation behind, and taking the gifts that cycle has given you. It's perspective, the emotional fulfillment, everything. Because the world is a great card. Whatever the situation is, it is close to the end. It is close to this wrapping up of a situation. No more constant, fight now, because this is the last straw. What do you want to do? What do you feel is right for you? And don't be afraid to say so. Don't be afraid to take that leap of faith and go after the thing that you feel like you need to do or feel or say or have. The world is your oyster, and if it's, if you truly believe that, then allow yourself to make this decision instead of keeping the balance and holding the soul situation at bay, where there is no true progress. Now, it's understandable if you're taking this Page of Pentacles and you're looking at it, right? You're taking your time to really figure out what you're going to do, because it's very introspection. It's very introspective. But if this is really just keeping the balance because you're not really sure you're ready to make another difficult decision, I'll tell you what, it's not going to make it any less painful the longer you hold out for it. You've got people around you that support you, that have your back. And if you don't, you have yourself that has your back always, and your higher self. God. You have everyone that has your back. And you know what? You have to do what's best for you in your life, because you only live once, water signs. You know what I mean? You only live once. So might as well go out on your best. Feeling the best, because you considered yourself. Alright, water signs, I'm going to let you guys go. Thank you so much for tuning in, y'all, and I will see you guys very, very soon. Bye, family.